fine, I'm a dumbass. It's one of those, like, if it's not a mechanic that's common, you don't think about it. Like, we were talking about this yesterday playing tabletop. Like, when you're the one in control of the Freezing Shroud, you do not forget those damage counters. But when you're not in control of them, you're like, I don't know what damage counters are. I've never heard of them. Damage counter, I hardly know her. You know what I mean? No. Really in a ghost second kind of way today. Like, with saying this with the most respect possible, I think that's what a lot of people mean by never scoop because your opponent might make a mistake. Like, early on I probably should have scooped, and I was like, that'll be fine. Turns out, it was alright. Obsidian only doing 130 when Roaring Moon is 140 might be my 13th reason. I'm getting my mistakes out of the way today rather than at the top on Saturday. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. Hell yeah. So this is the Dun Moon, which I nearly played, so I'm glad I didn't. This is going to be an annoying matchup. But shouldn't be impossible for us. Obsidian on the Dunsparce? You know what I mean? Call that Wipeout? I'm just looking at my hand right now and I'm like, how do I develop from here? Obsidian? Yeah, Obsidian. Obsidian? Also, Hoi Grotful, how's it going? Hope you're well. So whatever's in the active at the end of this turn dies. So let's not mess about. We definitely want you. And I was really hoping for a second one. That's annoying. We do have that available. Probably shouldn't prioritize it. We should prioritize this. TM Evolution kind of makes less sense now. In fact, because of that, I think we do this. Then is that the play? No, that's the play. Moonsparce got me pogging out of my gourd. Pogging out of my gourd is a very based phrase. I think to be sensible, we definitely need a backup. And then we go Evolution. Make it pointless to go after the Deino, because we've got a backup. The Pidgey probably dies, which is annoying. Like, I'd rather have got the Pidgey out of the active than use Evolution to get to Pidgeotto. But we'll have to live on our trades, and that's fine. We'll have access to the mill attack next turn, hopefully, so that's at least something. Hey, we might get lucky, maybe Milky misses the energy. I'm only doing 90 damage right now. We're not getting lucky, chat. BRB switching device. Okay. Don't be shy, bring out this Dunsparce again. Yeah, man, don't be shy. Okay, the Sada is kind of annoying as well, so that's doing 100 damage. Yup. Yup. We can't be bossed, can't be counter-captured, could be prime-captured, but I think the deck runs Neutralization Zone. Which would be frustrating to deal with, but I'm facing the repercussions of yesterday's cheese. In a way, Grotful, aren't we all? Aren't we all God's children? The repercussions of yesterday's cheese is absolutely a bad name. Okay, so I think we have to promote this. We've got to hope we hit some useful cards. Yeah, that's probably fine. Okay, we really need to hit something here. I mean, technically speaking, that is something. You are correct, but it's not the something I need. God, this sucks. Good for those two. It's cool that we get to find any Pokemon with that. That's kind of based. I was really hoping the trade would hit something useful there, and it turns out no. So I'm hoping just being able to stall out an energy attachment here because of the assault landing. Because the retreat on the fan rotor might give us a little bit of something here. More than Vessel, of course. So the Zweilous is definitely knocked out. That's annoying. This has not gone the way I've planned, chat, I'm going to be honest. To be honest, the early Iono may have been a mistake, because we kind of had, like, a good hand there. 4, 5. So 130. Oh, you sure you don't want Assault Landing? I feel like Assault Landing is the correct play. Imagine not Assault Landing when you get the option to. Insane. Couldn't be me. Alright, well, at least we've got something here. We need to find energy, though. Okay, technically that's energy, which is nice. Oh, it doesn't give us what we need. Is there anything else I can do here? No. It's the answer. Oh, maybe that's correct, actually. Oh, I should have Vesseled first. I don't know what I've got available. Idiots. I guess we keep trying to stall as best as possible here. Really don't have a lot of options. Well. Yikes. Honestly, it is quite annoying that Obsidian doesn't take a KO here. I'm just trying to force as much use of the retreats as possible here. It's also a list I'm not that, like, well-versed in either. Like, I'm getting all my excuses out, if you don't mind, chat. I've not played this deck too much, so I am kind of learning as I go here. It is fun, though. I'm quite enjoying it. Just having to deal with, like, a Pidgeot deck. Like, I feel like they're just really annoying to play at the moment. Also, stop making everything 140 so it's harder for me to knock stuff out. That's so rude. I would describe that as unbased. So we've seen 3 of them vessels so far. So at least the energy search is getting a bit lower. Sorry for the mic knock. 3 energy committed, 3 in the discard. There's probably 2 more in the deck, if I had to guess. I'm sure I could just quickly look at my own list and figure this out, but imagine figuring stuff out. 3 Dunsparce in this economy. It really comes down to, does the the mill tactic actually work against this deck? I've got to imagine it can. Because eventually the Dunsparce isn't going to be able to, like, draw anything. Okay, so that's taking away the use of Sada. So if we're lucky, we got the Phantom stuck here, but it turns out no. Not lucky. Are we about to lose the Deino? 3, 4, 5. Yeah, luckily Vengeance Fletching isn't doing a lot of damage. Because then we could be in trouble. Not what I'm looking for, gonna be honest. Let's see if we can start discarding some cards here. Ooh, Boss and Sardigon's pretty big. I imagine there's a PAL pad in the deck, but that's pretty big. Don't know how many bosses the deck runs. So Sardas are going to have to stop being used here for powering up this Roaring Moon. Manual attaches exist, obviously, but we aren't in the worst of positions right now. And Hydreigon doesn't... I don't think there's a world where Hydreigon gets one shot, well, 2 shot from here. So we're going to get at least 2 more attacks off with Roaring Moon. Sorry, with Hydreigon. I'm looking lustfully at my neighbour's Ox here. The Ancient Box would be a bit scarier. This kind of doesn't hit as hard and as quickly, which is good. I know EX exists in this deck though, so I do have to factor that in. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're doing 140. Yeah, I do have to bear in mind there is a baby, or there's a big Roaring Moon that exists in this list. So we'll go for a trade. So I'm going to have to factor that in, which is annoying. It's probably fine. Honestly. Probably makes sense. Okay, another Energon and an Earthen Vessel. That's pretty big. So we're limiting how much energy can be found, which is nice. We do get knocked out this turn, though, which is horrific. Gonna look while I make dinner? No worries. The mill game may be the way we win here. The problem is, I know at some point the Roaring Moon EX comes down and it just knocks out whatever's in the active. So we do have to be wary of that. We've also got to consider the fact that Fez is probably going to end up in one-shot range from the Roaring Moon at some point. So we're looking for an energy, I've got to imagine. So I would guess 3 in the deck. I think it runs 8. So high chance to find it. High chance. You know what I mean? Oh, actually, I can't... That's a good question. I don't know how many a certain card this deck runs. Ruh-roh. There's the Roaring Moon. So that's the last Sardas Vitality. That is a problem. We're gonna need some good draws here. I was really hoping there wasn't enough RNG available there. So that's 4-6. Yeah, that moon probably takes me down. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. So if we don't hit what we need to hit, then we just lose. Is that a tactic? What do we have available? So we have one more available to us. We don't have anything else. Okay. I think we just lose from this position. I'm fairly certain we do. But we might as well try. Cool. All the cards are coming. But, like, way too late. What are the odds we hit that? No, we can't even do that. Never mind. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, if there's one more NG, which I believe there is, then I think this Royman just cleans up the game, but we'll just do what we can. In fact, is there a world where that is the play? Yeah, why not? Wait, can I force sudden death here? I think I can. I think I can force sudden death here. Okay. So Obsidian. Oh, no, it doesn't force sudden death. Because I have to hit the active. Ah, that's annoying. That could have been funny. Yeah, if we could have found 10 more damage, we could have absolutely forced sudden death, though. Or a counter-catcher or boss. Yeah, we had one more counter-catcher in deck, I think. That could have been so funny. Oh, never mind. This is boss anyway. Exactly 210. Yeah, I don't know if I played that well, but like I could see the lines. They just weren't great. The 130 when you hit into 140s is just the maths don't add up.